Alright. 1993 Royal Rumble. Review. We open up with a match. Yeah. Beverly Brothers versus Steiner Brothers. It's a tag match. What can you say? Uh, Also, there's this moment where they show a close-up of the Beverly Brothers face, and it, like, there's this scar on it that looks like real, like, obvious, and it's like what happened to him? And this is gonna be a running theme through the night, but moves have actual impact. They look like actual wrestling moves. Good tag work. There's this one moment where the commentary, which is Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan, one of them says continuity being shown by the Beverly Brothers, and I'm like, what do you mean by continuity? Like, what does that even mean? A weird bit of commentary there. Good finish, and it was fun. You know, I wish more tag matches these days were like that. We get a recap of the Rockers for the next match, which is Shawn Michaels versus Marty Jannetty. Yeah, it was a pretty good recap. And what is Marty Jannetty wearing in this? Because it looks so weird. Like, you couldn't have picked a better wrestling gear. Honestly, and I hate to say this about a Shawn Michaels match, but it was kind of dull. It's not that it was bad, it just felt like it dragged in some spots, and it could have been done at a much better pace. And so many false finishers. Like, so many false pins, so many moves that could have been finishers, but weren't. And it had an okay overall finish, I guess. And an okay brawl after the match. Bam Bam Bigelow versus Big Boss Man follows this. And I just gotta say about all of this so far, man, when entrance music, you know, was actually unique to each wrestler. It didn't all sound the same. It was kind of fun to listen to the entrance music, just as it was fun to watch the matches. It had a nice bit of moves, you know. The moves look great. And then the big Bam Bam Bigelow goes for this falling headbutt, and Big Boss Man rolls out of the way, and he gets up and he has this look on his face, like this grin, and it's spectacular. Yeah, as I said, moves look great. Big Boss Man gets hit. I think it was like a punch or a kick, and it's like he just shoots out the spit. I wish they did that more nowadays, where it's like, oh, he hit him so hard he knocked the spit right out of his mouth, you know. And an okay finish to this one, and it was fun to watch too. We get a recap of what happened before this Royal Rumble between Razor Ramon and Owen Hart being attacked, and Razor Ramon gives this promo, and it was good, you know. Razor Ramon's kind of cool. Then we get Bret Hart versus Razor Ramon. Bret interviews before the match, you know. Bret is passable, I guess. He could work a little bit on that. You know, I know he gets better, but still, it's one thing I will say about Bret Hart is that his in-ring work just looks believable. You know, like, it doesn't look faked. It doesn't look like it's a choreographed fight. It looks like Razor Ramon and Bret Hart are actually doing these moves to each other. Nice bit of submission holds throughout, you know, nice use of them. And the moves, you know, they just look impactful and smooth. It goes a little long, though, for my taste. A pretty good finish, though. And can I just say, the sharpshooter is just the best submission move in wrestling, period. You can have your arm bars and your figure fours and all this. The sharpshooter is cool. It looks legit, it looks amazing, and it has a great name. Then we get a Bobby the Brain Heenan segment that follows that, and the introduction of Lex Luger, which was good. Though it is kind of weird how Bobby Heenan is talking him up, and it sounds like, okay, this is weird. Lex is decent on the mic. Then we get a Caesar and Cleopatra segment, because it's going to be at Caesar's Palace. WrestleMania is. This is that WrestleMania. Royal Rumble for it. And I wasn't really expecting it, but it was decent. Now we get to the actual Royal Rumble itself. Now this is always my least favorite part of a Royal Rumble pay-per-view so far. I'm just not a fan of the Royal Rumble itself. I like the concept, but I haven't really watched too many Royal Rumbles that have actually, like, didn't bore me. And Ric Flair and Bob Backlund are the opening two. And I'd actually like to see that as a normal singles match. Bob Backlund in his 40s, by the way, looks more legit in the ring than most of today's wrestlers. And that's just sad. There's this one ring corner throw where they throw somebody into the ring corner turnbuckle, you know. And one of the Nasty Boys does it to DiBiase, and it looked like legit brutal. Like, I thought DiBiase legit, like, smashed into it. And there's this Japanese star in the Royal Rumble called Tannery or something like that. It's like, okay, whoever that is. Ric Flair's elimination was alright. And Mr. Perfect's elimination was good. The Berserker and Backlund spot was interesting. I'm just going to say that. Giant Gonzalez, when he first appears, looks legitimately terrifying. And the brawl between him and Undertaker is actually kind of entertaining to me. Paul Bearer shows up, and Paul Bearer is always a win. And Macho Man is always a win in my opinion, because he's in this Royal Rumble. And Owen Hart does this dropkick elimination that is amazing, in my opinion. Final Four is an interesting choice for Final Four. And Bob Backlund doesn't win, but he gives a hell of a performance in this. And the finish was okay. All said, this was a good pay-per-view in my opinion. I did feel it dragged during the Intercontinental title match between Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, as I already said. Still, I'd watch it again. You know, I'd recommend it. Alright, so ends the Royal Rumble review. Thanks for watching this when you do. Subscribe if you want, and don't forget to give yourselves a big thumbs up. Goodbye, everybody.